Welcome back to The Give and Go. I'm your coach, Reynoso, here with my boy
Soltero. What's up, y'all?
UEFA World Cup qualifiers. If you support a team in the UEFA region, comment down below who that team is and subscribe to our channel because we're going to be reacting to UEFA World Cup qualifiers specifically and also all the qualifiers happening in the build-up to the greatest tournament in the world. So like this video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, support us, and let's talk World Cup ball. Today, we had a lot of notable results happen in Europe. I mean, we could go with Florian Wirtz, beautiful free kick finish. What a goal. We can talk about Georgia getting a notable victory against Bulgaria. Netherlands surviving Lithuania. North Macedonia balling out. Belgium going crazy against Kazakhstan.
Yep.
But personally, I want to talk about that Spain game.
Okay, let's get in there.
Let's talk about Spain because what Spain did to Turkey today. What Spain did to Turkey today, man. Yeah. In a stage that's one of the most intimidating places to play, in my opinion, with a full-on raucous Turkish crowd coming off of a big victory against Georgia. Spain comes in and showcases why they're arguably the greatest international team in the world right now. 6 goals, bro. Yep. 6 goals with Mikel Merino out there looking like Buzz Lightyear, getting a hat trick in this game. Lamine Yamal dribbling skills all over the pitch. Pedri golazos.
Oh, my God.
Just a full, complete performance from the Spanish as they showcase the dangers that they're capable of when they're all on form.
When I watch matches simultaneously, I have the TV screen as my big match. I have my laptop as my secondary. Then I have my phone, my little phone as my third match. I purposely put Spain-Turkey on my little phone today because I knew that Turkey was not going to have a chance against Spain. Turkey, their defense has been suspect, especially in that match against Georgia. I knew they'd be a little fun, but Spain's inevitable. And within 5 minutes, a golazo from Pedri, a beautiful little feint, then he curls it past the keeper. And from that moment on, I went off to a better game because the next time I checked back, 6.
6, student. This game reminds me a lot of what I saw with Argentina versus Venezuela a few days ago. I don't think Turkey played that bad. I mean, they generated a lot of offense in that first half, and they took it to Spain in the way that they weren't scared to play up against them. Spain naturally forces you to play a very fast, quick style of football to match their level. I thought Turkey did when they were on the ball, but it's that defense, bro. Turkey's defense is incredibly suspect, and I think this game really showed it against the most elite offense in the world. I say this is similar to the Argentina game because I think this is Turkey playing at their best. I don't know if this game could end any other way. And it really just comes down to how does Spain feel on the day? Are they feeling a little off? Then maybe it ends up being 2-0, 3-0. But if they're feeling the way they were feeling today, it's a 6-0 result with just, party, celebration all over the pitch for the Spaniards. So can't blame Turkey, honestly. No. Spain is just insanely good, bro.
Yeah, they're so good. When I really think about it, the last 18 months, the only teams that have actually played well against Spain, in my opinion, has been England in that Euro final and Germany in that crazy quarterfinal. Or was it round of 16? Okay. We can add in Portugal. Thank you about that. I forgot about that. So that's 3 teams. Yeah. But the thing is, you look at those teams, they're elite. Portugal, England, Germany. Yeah. Germany a little shaky right now, but I think those are the only teams that can actually take Spain right now. Anybody else is just not going to have a chance.
Argentina. I'm throwing Argentina in there.
Sorry, I was specifically talking about European teams.
Sorry, it's just personal.
Yeah. Specifically talking about European teams.
And
when we go to Argentina, I don't think any team in the Americas can touch them. Not Brazil, not even Colombia right now, Uruguay, no. I don't think any team in the Americas can touch Argentina. So for me, it's Spain, Argentina, and then everybody else.
Bro. It's Sinner, Alcaraz, and everybody else, bro. That's what it is, man. Spain, huge result, 6-0 in this group. Really changing up the goal differential for Turkey in this situation because at the moment, Turkey now sits at a -5 goal differential, which could come into play if they slip up in any of their future matches because Georgia was good about getting a result today against the weakest team in this group, Bulgaria. 3-0 result with our boy Kvaratskhelia scoring in this game. Georgia responding to the beatdown, honestly, that they received from Turkey with a good win.
A great win. Kvaratskhelia starting the scoring for Georgia in this match. His classic little cut inside and then his quick release. Georgia had a good game. I think Bulgaria just really showing that the quality is just very low right now for them. 3-0 against Georgia, pretty poor. But Georgia showcasing once again, their offense is great, man.
Yeah.
It really is just their defense. And it sucks because If they just had better center backs, I honestly think they could take it to Turkey. I really do think so. Maybe they get lucky in that reverse fixture in Turkey, but I don't know. Or maybe they go all defensive against Spain and try to get a better goal difference.
Maybe they get a point, bro. Maybe they get a point in that game. Or maybe Turkey slips up against Bulgaria. We had mentioned last episode that it felt like it was all but over with Georgia. I think there's just a slimmer of hope left because Turkey it could slip up at some point, man. It's 6 games total. You just need one of those results to go your way, in which case goal differential could be really important, and Georgia needs to survive Spain, who they will face off against next. And yeah, going into it, it's a scary matchup, but Georgia just has to keep it closer than what we saw against Turkey. And so, as I mentioned, a lot of notable results today. I want to go to you. Where do you want to take me next in Europe? What result, what game stood out to you?
Let's go to the Netherlands, and actually specifically Lithuania, because they hosted the Dutch. And what started off great for the Netherlands ended up being a very, very tight game. Memphis Depay breaking the all-time Dutch scoring record with the first goal. It's actually a gorgeous finish. He uses his foot as a cushion to put it past the Lithuanian goalkeeper, and then Timber quickly makes it 2-0 after that. I thought this was all but done in this match, but Lithuania gave their home crowd a goddamn show. Gennadis, the 21-year-old, scoring a banger off the bounce, and then big man showing up big in the box, heading it home, equalizing in this match. Goes 2-2. Ridiculous. The Dutch looking a little nervy for some reason, and we kind of noted that in their game against Poland. Yeah. They end up getting the win, though. They were the better team, but it was not without its difficulty in this match.
100%, dude. 100%. They had to work for it. And I feel like Depay listens to the pod. I feel like he listens to the pod. I think he took my comments as disrespect because I mentioned a big point of Netherlands from what I saw in their game against Poland is that striker position, the man up top, I don't think it's as elite as the rest of the squad. And that still might be true. But Depay's going to do his absolute best in that position. He's going to try his heart out. 31 years old, breaks the record for most goals scored with the Netherlands jersey. I mean, that's huge, bro. That's huge. Say what you will about the potential what ifs of that team. He's scoring, bro, and he's scoring quality goals, and he scored the winner today to give them the lead and the victory. So this time, I'm going to respect him. I'm going to respect the striking position because, bro, that's big to do that in Europe.
He definitely listens to this pod, bro, because these are his words. It's actually crazy. This is Depay after the match. He says, "People often say, what are we supposed to do with our striker position?
No way.
But we actually have a striker who scores a lot of goals." That's him referring to himself. "I try to let my feet do the talking. They're not going to get rid of me just yet."
Wow. Oh my God, Memphis.
What do you have to say, Reynoso?
Bro, I'm sorry, dude. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I need to learn how to say that in Dutch. I'm so sorry. I'm with you the rest of the way, bro. If he's scoring goals of this quality, it's a good sign. Granted, it's against Lithuania. It's a pretty weak defense. I thought that second goal could have been avoided. They could have cleared it out multiple times, but it is what it is. In front of a very exciting Lithuania crowd. Good to see Depay score, and good to see Lithuania put in a good performance, man. I thought this was solid all around, and I didn't expect that from them going into this game. Big matchup in this group, though, with Poland hosting Finland, as both teams were on 7 points in second place, going for that first place spot, or at least going to stay in the playoff push. And this was an exciting one because Poland is coming off of a notable tie against the Netherlands where Matty Cash scored a banger of a goal. And Finland's been getting good results as of late. Granted, they lost their last game, but they've been staying in the mix, staying in the race so far in this group. So big game that going in, I was favoring the Polish just based off of quality and the names on paper. And ultimately, I think that quality showed with a 3-1 victory against Finland.
Matty Cash again scoring a golazo. It's a perfect strike to open the scoring for Poland. Robert Lewandowski then makes it 2 off of a gorgeous pass from Zielinski. And the thing is, man, the entire first half, actually the majority of this game, was dominated by Poland. Finland did what they could. They didn't necessarily have a bad game, but it was clear Poland was much the better team. And it ends up being a statement win because going into the match, they were level on points. Yeah. So now Poland create a bit of separation directly over the Finns. They now have 3 points above them. I think Poland will definitely secure that second place finish with this form that they're in.
I completely agree. And I think players like Matty Cash really represent what I love so much about international football, how players can stand out and play such important roles for the national teams, while at club level they might be a little bit more quiet. At club level, I feel like Matty Cash had his moment a few years ago with the earlier versions of Aston Villa in the 2020s. But he's kind of dwindled a little bit in importance and maintaining that starting position, and he's been back and forth now. But at the national team, bro, he's like a extra winger on those sides, bro, and he's scoring high quality goals. Shout out whoever assisted that first one, because it was a perfect pass to find him in space. Cash bangs it into the back of the net. It's a momentum shifter, a banger. Poland goes crazy, and they win 3-1. So granted, great result for Poland, showcasing that this might be a more exciting side of Poland that we've seen based off of different iterations in these past years. And Finland, I think, ultimately falling short, showcasing that there is a limitation to this Finnish side, and I don't think it's enough to make it to the World Cup.
Yeah, I'm so glad Matty Cash decided to activate his Polish genes, man. I'm so happy, because I agree. He's actually so entertaining on this Polish team. He really is he really is a secondary winger at times. And I think the credit really goes to this new coach, man, Jan Urban. Just his second game in charge and 2 very good results. Poland playing very offensive football right now, and I love to see it. So exciting times for this Polish side.
It's nice, dude. Exciting times for Belgium as well, as they defeat Kazakhstan 6-0 in Group J. We've had vintage Messi performances. We've had vintage Cristiano Ronaldo performances. And today, it was a vintage Kevin De Bruyne performance. 2 goals, 1 assist. But for me, the standout was the first goal of this game. Kazakhstan had kept it close for 40 minutes, but then it was De Bruyne's quality and class from right outside the box. Top fucking bins, bro. Yeah. Crowd goes crazy. De Bruyne still showcasing that class, ends up getting another goal and an assist. Belgium goes crazy on a team that's clearly weaker than them, but as we mentioned, Belgium is just getting the results, taking care of business, and getting the job done.
100%. It's basically what the Dutch aren't doing. Belgium getting the job done, taking care of business. There's just no question, there's no doubt about the quality when they play against an inferior side like Kazakhstan. 35 shots. Belgium,
no way.
35 shots Belgium generated in this match. This was absolute hell for Kazakhstan. This was crazy what they had to endure. They tried for 40 minutes, but after that, they gave up. And I don't blame them, man.
Yeah.
I don't blame them. This was non-stop attack from Belgium.
I'm looking to compare it with the Spain game. Spain had 21 shots, 6 goals on 21. Belgium, 6 goals on 35. Not the best conversion rate. No, I'm not going to do that. Percentage-wise, they're off, man. No, Belgium is now chasing North Macedonia. Belgium has a game in hand, so they're destined to get first place, but they have a matchup against North Macedonia next, who continues to kind of give off an energy of hope and optimism as they get another really good result today. 5-0 against Liechtenstein. Complete domination. The first goal is a goddamn beauty. Probably one of my favorite goals of the day. Yeah. Elmas driving past 2 players in the box with some twinkle toes, as Soltero says, and finds a finish past the goalkeeper. Goes down as an own goal. But, bro, this was all Elmas, man. Golazo. Check it out if you haven't seen it. That's what breaks the deadlock, and then North Macedonia takes over.
Dirty. What a dirty goal from Elmas, man. That shuffle he did to get past those 2 defenders and then to still slide it through the goalkeeper. Gorgeous goal, man. 100% North Macedonia dominated this game. It is against Liechtenstein, though. I just really want to point that out. But they'll be able to prove that quality, I guess, in that next match against Belgium. Let's see how tight that one is.
Yeah, Liechtenstein is pretty bad. They're one of the few European teams. They might be the only other one with San Marino that's in the 200s ranking. 204.
They're 204?
204. San Marino's 210, which is the actual last position in the rankings.
Dang.
I checked yesterday after our shoot.
Dang.
Yeah.
It shows for Liechtenstein.
You're right.
They're definitely one of the worst sides in Europe.
Here's my question, though, for North Macedonia. They're scheduled to face off against Belgium in the next window. How does that result end up being? What have you seen from North Macedonia? Is it enough to get a surprise victory here the same way they did against Italy 4 years ago? Can they do it this time against a Belgian team that is super hot and maintain first place? You don't even have to win. You can just tie, right? You can just tie. Does North Macedonia have a chance here at automatic qualification?
No, I don't think so. Okay. If they're playing Germany, maybe, because Germany's shaky right now. But Belgium, qualification, they're just so dominant. They've been dominant. I just don't really see a path for North Macedonia to get a result here. I'm sure they'll play decently, but I have Belgium winning.
It's really about North Macedonia versus Wales for that second place, as North Macedonia is only a point ahead of Wales. That will be a fun race to watch to see who gets second place. Yeah. Let's go on over to the last group that had matches today. Drama, Group A, with Slovakia defeating Luxembourg 1-0 and Germany defeating Northern Ireland 3-1. Both super notable results, bro. Super notable, as this group is going to be very, very tight.
Yeah.
Let's do Luxembourg versus Slovakia, because this one has some interesting narratives going in. Slovakia coming off of a victory against the Germans. Can they do it once again to get 6 points out of this window? And Luxembourg not being a cakewalk against Northern Ireland and trying to prove in front of their fans that they want to go to the World Cup too. Yeah. And they're going to try their absolute best, as they're ranked 92, I believe. It's a good ranking. It's a pretty good squad for a team that's considered the worst in their group. Yeah. Not a cakewalk whatsoever. And it showed today in a game where Slovakia ends up getting the result.
Heartbreak for Luxembourg, man. Heartbreak. They played probably one of the best matches I've ever seen them play. Yeah. They were playing good football. Yeah. Truly good football. Great team play. They had great synchronicity when they would go forward. Slovakia actually had trouble holding them back sometimes. De Souza ends up scoring a goal for Luxembourg. It ends up being called offside. He's like a shoulder up. It's the right call, but it still sucks. And at the end of the day, it ends up being a goalkeeping error, in my opinion. Go watch the goal that gives Slovakia the one goal in the 90th minute to give them all 3 points here. But harsh for Luxembourg. I think they deserved the draw. Slovakia just not as dynamic as they were at home, but they were still good in this game. It was actually very even. They get the goal. They were there on the rebound, so they do deserve it. Still harsh on Luxembourg, but very good for Slovakia.
I think it's harsh. I think it's really harsh, bro. I thought Luxembourg outplayed Slovakia for a good 80 minutes of this game, especially that first half. Luxembourg hit the post twice. Yeah. Especially on that second post attempt. They should have been able to put that in the back of the net. It's just unlucky. Unlucky. Yeah. So to me, I think Luxembourg is hard done by not getting at least a point out of this game, bro. And this basically cements their World Cup aspirations, I would say. I think this puts them in a really tough hole now, as they are unable to get points against Slovakia at home. Yeah. But for Slovakia, I mean, this is huge. Country should be raging right now. I don't know how what the vibe is in Slovakia, but this is huge. To follow up that Germany results with this, man. I mean, it's a sign that Slovakia, at the end of the day, they get results. I mean, this questionable, this match, but they were still able to do it. 1-0, 90th minute winner, 6 points to lead the group now.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Good news for Slovakia, and makes things scary for Northern Ireland and Germany as they're chasing them in first place. In the other game, we had Germany host Northern Ireland, who was coming off of a victory, 3-1 victory against Luxembourg, feeling good going into this game. And the German side that got upset, that got beat straight up by Slovakia 2-0. A must-win game for Germany. Started off very nervy.
Started off technically very good with Gnabry scoring in the 7th minute. But then the nerves came for Germany. Then it started to show the shaky situations that we saw in Slovakia, where Germany just become very predictable when they move the ball forward. And not only are they predictable when they are on offense, but defensively, there's holes that just get exploited pretty much by anybody right now. Northern Ireland get back into this game. It's 1-1. And if anything, in Germany, Northern Ireland kind of looked like they were going to get the second goal for a second in that second half.
For a second, yeah.
What do you think about that second goal, though? Because I think the goalkeeper makes a mistake,
Keeper mistake, bro.
He goes towards the ball. It's wide, though. It's wide of his post. I don't think he needs to do it. The center back isn't necessarily going to get there, but he's going to put enough pressure on the German forward to put him off. Instead, the ball goes through everybody, and it finds a wide open Amidi, who just had come on the pitch. He makes it 2-1. At that point, I think Northern Ireland couldn't give any more. Germany get a third goal through a gorgeous free kick from Florian Wirtz. What a knuckleball. But damn it, man, that Peacock Farrell error, I think, really did Northern Ireland a little dirty here.
Yeah, it's tough to concede like that, bro, especially as I was watching it, and I was rooting for Northern Ireland. I love to see the German demise here, as I've always loved the drama that I've seen surrounding the German team since 2018. But they got the goal. They got the goal through what I also think was a goalkeeper mistake. It's like in FIFA when you rush out the goalkeeper and then you regret it. It's the same thing. Like, it felt like that. Like, you just let go of the control and see what happens, and it's a goal for Amidi. The Wirtz free kick, though, it's a beauty, bro. It is a beauty. The biggest question here is who takes free kicks for Liverpool going forward. Is it Szoboszlai or is it Wirtz, bro? Crazy talent, crazy quality. I'm glad he was able to have that moment for himself with the German national team jersey. And it ends up being a huge Huge 3 points for Germany, getting a 3-1 victory here. They're still in third place due to goals scored, but you have to think that it's going to get very, very tight in this group with only 4 games remaining.
And ultimately, yes, they do win 3-1, but for me, it's just not a convincing win. They struggled for large portions in this match. And again, what's really standing out for me is the predictability when they attack, man. There's no flair. There's no true aggression. They're not really breaking lines. Northern Ireland defended ultimately very well, and it ended up just being an error and then individual brilliance as to why Northern Ireland couldn't really get the result today for Germany. So I need to see way more from Nagelsmann and what he does with this German team in the next window. And due to Slovakia's form right now, I'd be scared. I'd be sweating if I was German.
It's time to wake up. I predict that next window, they're going to have a much different call-up roster. I think we'll see probably 6 new names because I think it's time that you bring in the heavy hitters, the big guns, the big names. There's some notable players that are also injured at the moment that need to be recovering. So I think Germany, what we'll see going forward, will be a much more closer squad to what we'll see at the World Cup. But it's just time to wake up because so far it has not been good football from the Germans, who showcase incredible football at the Euros, good enough to take Spain to extra time. I want to see that again, bro. And this game, with that sort of team that we saw in the Euros, would have ended 4-0, 5-0, man. So if you're German, I'm sure this must be a little bit frustrating, but it's going to get very tight. I think it's going to get really dramatic, man.
Yeah.
I really do.
It's fun.
In this group. It's really fun. Really fun for a neutral like us. Folks, let us know. What were your thoughts on today's World Cup qualifying results? Some crazy results for sure. Great performances all around. Comment down below. What did you think? And we'll see you guys next time. Peace.